Hey guys, welcome back to KC Farms. We get asked a lot, why so many Kunekune pigs? Today, we're gonna talk about why we raise so many Kunekune pigs. All right, guys, well, first, I just wanna talk about how long we've been raising them. We've had them just about 3.5 years now. We actually had pigs before we were even in our house. So pigs were staying out here on the land and we didn't get our occupancy yet on the house. So the pigs beat us to our homestead technically, but just to say that we still don't know everything about these pigs. A lot of people see these videos and think we're experts, and we are not experts by any means. There's plenty of people that know a ton more than what we know. We have learned some things and figured out some things that work for us on the farm, but we are in no means experts on these pigs, and we are learning about them every day. But the first reason why Kunekune pigs is because they're small and they're easy on the land. You can see we've had some rain the last couple of days, and these little ones have turned the soil a bit. So for those people that tell you that they don't root, that's not true. They just don't root like other pigs do. We call it grubbing or just turning the soil. The longer they're in an area, obviously the more turned up it's going to be, but we like to keep them moving just to keep them off their manure. We actually need to get these girls, well, there is 1 or 2 boys in here, moved today. We'll show that. But the first reason was why we got them and why we have so many is their size. These guys are anywhere from 12 to 16, 17 weeks old. These are just our little juveniles. So they're not that big, but their size makes them so easy to keep. And also they're easy on the land. Let's run back and check out our biggest pigs so you guys can get an idea. It's gonna be 70 degrees today, just enjoying that sun. All right, guys, before we talk or show more about size, this is one of our boar pens. It's got 3 of our boars in it, and you can see they have not really torn anything up. We usually find out that the younger ones are a little more exploring and like to turn that soil. It seems like it's our teenagers that like to turn the soil, but our older boars or even gilts, sows, they don't really mess too much with flipping the soil. So, but here's the larger ones. We talked about they're small, that's why we went with them. Chubbs right here is probably our biggest pig on the farm. He's about 3.5, and I would say he probably weighs about 350 pounds, I would say. He's kind of a gentle giant. Now you always got to watch out for them tusks. We've never had a pig come at us, but they like to scratch up on you and you can get cut with those tusks. So, but the reason we went with them because they're so small, I mean, and I'm comparing them to other breeds of pigs that get 500 to 600 pounds. We've heard that they don't stop growing until they're 3 to 4 years old. So he may get a little bigger, but he's probably about topped out. And then there's Gary here, who's younger than him, but he's getting pretty big himself, and he may even get bigger than Chubb. So the main reason we have so many is because they're small and they're easy to take care of. Because they're a lot smaller breed of pig, it also makes keeping them a lot easier. They're a lot more gentle on their housing. We don't need big fencing for them, and I know a lot of people run just double strand wires for larger pigs and make sure they have a bunch of electricity. But these smaller pigs, they really don't challenge the fence. If our charger has been out for a couple days, they may figure it out because they are smart and they'll know that they can break out. But the housing and the fencing is a lot easier to keep these guys in their pens. And yes, they'll rub up on things and can bend metal when they're scratching, but they are not very destructive. So the size makes it a lot easier to keep them penned up and easier for their housing. We don't need a huge area just for their housing. Hey, pig. So that's another reason why it makes it easy to have so many more pigs than other animals, because of their size. They don't take up as much room for housing. It's easy to hold them in the fencing. Besides all that, they are great mamas. Hey, Penny. Might as well talk about being great mamas in here with our mama pen. These are all sows that have had at least 1 litter, some 2, and they'll be going back in this spring for some more spring litters, actually in the winter for some more spring litters. But the mamas are awesome. We've been almost with every single litter that we've had. Some of the mamas have had litters outside and we weren't there to see them, but the babies were all fine. The mamas were fine. We haven't had any problems with pigs getting stuck, or we have had some stillborn babies and we've lost a few during the process, but nothing where it was the mom's fault. So these pigs are great mamas, and that's another reason why it's easy to have so many pigs. Speaking of mamas, we may as well check out the current mamas and their litters. They're starting to all warm up to us. Like I said, we've been in the pens with all these mamas when they had their babies. If you haven't checked out those videos, you can check them out here. But they're starting to warm up to us. They're doing really good. These guys are still a little skitterish. There's Peaches and here's Chloe. And we have decided to keep this little white girl right here, and she is just looking beautiful. So sorry to catch you while you're using the restroom, but you are a cutie. So they're all doing well. The mamas just do great. Let's check out the last batch in here. They just went in probably for some lunch. Yes, they did. So here's Pepper's litter. Just the mamas are great, taking care of the pigs, feeding them. I mean, that looks super annoying, but we've heard from some people that have helped us out that pigs love it when they're pregnant and when they're nursing. Now that doesn't mean to overbreed them. We try to do 1.5 litters a year, so a pig will have a litter of piglets and she'll be bred back again before that year is up. So that's why we say 1.5 per year. So the mamas do great. That makes it easy to have babies. And because they do great, these pigs are very hardy. We've talked about how we've done natural deworming in the past. When we're up to a herd our size, we do use a Dectomax for worming. We don't do that with the pigs that we are going to put in the freezer, but we'll do it with the rest of our herd, and that is just once every 6 months to deworm the pigs. Obviously, you don't want them to have worms. It's not healthy for them. But so they're very hardy. They just don't get sick very often. That's a great thing. So they're very hardy, and there is not a lot that you have to do. Like I said, we'll worm every 6 months. We don't have a large animal vet that comes out this way. And so we need animals that are hardy and don't get sick often. And these pigs are a perfect example of that. Another reason we have so many pigs is because their personalities, guys. They're friendly, they're docile, they're just easy to take care of. So when you have an animal that's easy like that, it makes taking care of them easy, and we don't have to worry about it. If we had a big old animal we were scared to get in the pen with, we wouldn't want to be in the pen. So these guys are basically yard dogs. They're around the yard. We can come in here with them and we're not worried about them. They want to get pets. They will nibble at your feet, so you got to correct that. And also, they don't poop where they sleep. Goats, chickens, turkeys, all our animals that we've had will poop where we sleep. But these guys are smart enough. They don't poop in here where they sleep. They come outside. They handle their business out here, poop and pee, fertilize our yard, and then they go back into the house. So it's a lot easier taking care of it. We don't have to clean their house out. We will clean out the old hay and put new hay in, but there's not poop and pee in there. So they're very smart, very docile, fun to be around. You can come out here and get yourself in a pig pile, pet them. And if we had an animal we couldn't do that, we wouldn't want to have as many pigs as we have. So there's a few reasons we have so many. We do sell some for breeders, but we are working on building up our herd so we can offer meat at the farmer's market. So yes, we do eat the pigs. If you don't like eating pigs, I'm sorry, but these guys are delicious. And this is what a lot of this herd is going to be. We want to be able to offer meat at our farmer's market. In order to do that, you need to have quite a few pigs, and especially since these pigs don't get as big as normal hogs, we need to have quite a few more than if we had just 3 or 4 large pigs, 400 or 500 pound pigs. So you won't get as much meat out of them. So we need to have quite a few. And the reason we have quite a few is for all those reasons I've mentioned. They're fun, they're docile, they're easy on our land, they're great mothers, they're smart. We don't have to go in and clean out their houses with poop and pee, and they're gross. A lot of people think pigs are gross and stinky. They're really not. They're really not. You need to, if you have them in the same area the whole time and they're pooping and peeing in that same spot and you don't clean it, of course they're gonna stink. You would stink too if you were small in a small area like that, living in your poop and pee. So sometimes pigs get a bad rap, but that is the reason why we have so many pigs, and we will continue to have a lot of pigs. We definitely, part of our farm business, we want to be able to sell pork at our farmers markets. And like I said, to be able to do that, you have to have a decent sized herd to keep that meat in supply. So guys, I hope this has answered some questions about why we have as many pigs as we do. I haven't counted in a while, but I think we're in the 50s right now. And like I said, a lot of these in the spring, next spring, will be going, and we'll be able to offer those at the market. So it's not like we're just going to keep adding pigs and we're going to be in the hundreds. That is not the plan. So we do want to be able to supply people with things, but guys, if you're going to have one, you need to at least have 2, because pigs don't do good by themselves. And these are so easy. It is easy for your herd to multiply and it not really affect your farm or everything else. And I guess I can add this one here at the end. They don't eat a ton. They are a grazing hog. We feed 2 cups in the morning, 2 cups in the evening to most of our pigs. Feed prices are going up, but these guys don't eat as much as other pigs, so it makes it a little bit more manageable with the cost of feed. And if you've only got a handful of pigs, it's not going to cost you that much. So there's a bunch of reasons that we have all these pigs. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Hopefully that answers some questions on why we have so many pigs and why we're breeding these pigs. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook if you haven't already. Make the change.